We are live on air.
I am live. Wow. Okay.
No intro,
No
just a
intro.
jump scare.
So
It's
there
us.
we go. Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Yeah,
Dr. Nick.
got new software to figure out. So you got to give us a little bit for our learning curve. There should have been a nifty little. Oh, that's it. Hang on. Let's try this again.
Pack full. Hey.
Yay. And that's how it should have went.
There you go. Do over.
Yeah. We'll just pretend that never happened.
Right.
Yeah. Like a fat kid in the swimming pool. You didn't see nothing. Mickey, hi everybody. So we decided to start kicking the show off again. I just had to get some new software that's affordable to moi, so that we could keep this little venture going. And
Right.
plus, my tussles in and out of the hospital and such, as y'all can
Feeling
see.
better. You look a lot better than the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I was dying. Well,
You
I
were
kind
laid out on your recliner like
like Java the Hutt and
like every move he was scratching his skin open. There's blood everywhere. I was like, okay, Joe,
yeah,
you take care, don't die. I'll see you later.
right. Yeah, all it took was a
Call me
little.
if she needs anything.
Yeah, it just took a few more trips to the hospital to get there, but
But you're there.
I'm there. So far, so good. So, anything interesting been happening in the paranormal world
I wouldn't
on
know.
y'all's end?
I don't do my shows since you went on hiatus. I stopped doing my shows because
Oh,
I don't have you,
no,
and it's not the.
I am here with you.
I know you are back, and Tex decided to step back from all the podcasting.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got tired of it, and he said, "You know what? I didn't realize how much of my time that took up, and I'm enjoying not having all this commitment and the stress of coming up with the show topic and making sure everything's lined up and blah blah blah," which I totally get. I was like, "Yeah, I
yeah,
dig it." You know, I'm not doing it either. It's like I like my time,
right.
but he'll come on. I mean, if we want him on, he'll come on. He'll come on anybody else's show. Mickey started her own podcast. She started her own,
Yeah,
right?
sweet.
And Ullerson, my dude out at Dogman Ranch, he just opened an Etsy store with Dogman Ranch merch, which is pretty cool.
Far out. I
Yeah.
get it.
And other than that, it's just me and Bigfoot Michigan Rob on Thursday afternoons and Saturday nights.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say keeping up, but I've been glancing at it when I get the chance on his show, him and Blondes and Booze. But I've kind of did the same thing. I kind of detached myself, and then I went down into old school war documentaries for freaking ever. So
What is
I've
with
been like,
dudes and like war documentaries? I don't
I
understand.
don't know. Me and my homeboy from when I was a kid, he came down to visit, and we were talking about the same thing. I'm like, dude, why is it? And he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, did you catch the one about Theodore Roosevelt? And we're kind of like going back and forth. And I was like, dude, I can't believe we're having this conversation right now. Like, I never would have thought that. Not in a million years. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I guess I don't know. The primordial soup that does guns and war just seeps into you after a while as a man. I don't know.
It's in your genetics, dude.
Yeah.
It's in your genetics. It
Mhm.
must be because my dad did it. Chris hasn't gone that far yet, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. Maybe he
Yeah.
won't go that direction. My dad like went way down the rabbit hole.
My grandpa did. The same grandpa that turned me on to 9/11 Dead.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like horror movies and war documentaries. And he was like a Korean War vet. And
Yeah, maybe that's it. My dad was in the military. He was active during the Korean War, but they didn't send him not Korean War, the Vietnam War, but they sent him to Korea, not Vietnam. So he had to maintain the border in Korea during the
oh, okay.
yeah.
So yeah, so that was because Vietnam, that was what, mid to late 60s, 64,
Late
I think.
60s into early 70s, yeah.
And then Korean was like in the late 50s. I want to say.
Yeah. I mean, the Korean War was before his time in the military.
Yeah.
Because he didn't graduate high school till late 60s.
Right. Yeah, my grandpa was my other grandpa. He was stationed in Korea back when it was the Army Air Corps. So like before there was even an Air Force. Like old school.
You know, what trips me out is what is the space corps, the space, what do we have? We have space
Oh yeah.
command or some crazy
Whatever the
thing. I
military
thought that was
division.
made up. I didn't think it was part of the actual military. I didn't think it was part of the service. I thought this is some weird offshoot, like paralleling the military, right?
Yeah,
Like
no,
some weird outlier. Nope, it's part of the
it's real.
military.
Yeah, it's real. See, that's how you know how fake it is. See, flat Earth.
Well,
You just proved it right there.
Central Space Command. I'm like, where's like a space command based on Earth? Like if we had like stations like in
Yeah.
orbit, like those big weird things you see on Star Trek that like the starships dock in. Yeah,
Right.
okay, I get that. We had that if we were boldly exploring frontiers.
Yeah.
Like if we figured out how to travel at the speed of light and not die, then yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. I mean, did you ever watch that show with what's his name? 4-year-old virgin dude. But that's what it's called. Like, which one?
The 40-year-old virgin guy. Yeah, like he's Michael in The Office.
Yeah, or okay. I've never watched The Office. Yeah.
I see his face. I just can't remember the actor's name.
Yeah, but he's in it's like called Space Force or something, but and they did it before all that. So you're like, am I watching a parody of real life? No.
Soft disclosure.
Right. They're planning to have a station on the moon. They already do, man, because the moon's not real. It's a space shuttle itself.
I was talking to somebody a few weeks ago I was like, yeah, Joe thinks the moon's hollow. And he thinks the Earth's flat. And, you can believe whatever you want. I don't care. I was like, but he says things he knows drive me up. Like he just does it to push my
Damn right. Yeah, no, I was getting my homeboy. He came down from Arizona and we grew up together. Same cat I was talking about just a little bit ago. And yeah, he's like, man, you went off. And I was doing it. I was over embellishing on purpose, but he was taking it to heart. And he's like, you have lost your damn mind.
Like, you really jumped off the deep end of the pool, didn't you, Joe?
Yeah, for real.
What were we talking about? Oh, because on Saturday nights, Rob reads Weird News or something. And one of the things, I think it was last week, actually, it was about Tartaria. And I was like, the mud floods. Yes, I'm very familiar with that. Joe believes in Tartaria.
It's true, man.
In the mud floods. And I was like, I do not.
Tartarian Empire. It's on maps, man.
Well, so are sea serpents and giant whirlpools that don't exist.
Those exist. They're there.
Giant whirlpools exist when, like, in channels, like when water's flowing through a channel, you'll get
Right.
away. They're not in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, when there's a portal in
reason.
the middle of the Atlantic.
Well,
there it
sure.
is. That's how
Okay.
it works.
It's a portal to the inner Earth
Yeah.
where
to the
King
inner
Kong
Earth.
and Godzilla rule.
Well, that's the old rule. That's the old hierarchy. See, now they've been put in the back seat for way too long.
For King
No.
Ghidorah.
Yeah, now it's all about the aliens that aren't aliens. They're us, but just from inner Earth. Yeah, it's a long, lonely drive. I know.
I guess so. I guess so.
But
I think the aliens are from other dimensions. I think that's what the disclosure is not that they're coming from space, it's that they're coming from a parallel dimension.
I subscribe to that highly.
Yeah.
And I think even if there were ones that are kicking it underground just to be incognito, doesn't mean that they originally didn't interdimensionally travel to begin with. You know what I mean?
Right. So. Well, I mean, okay, so we were talking about movies earlier. Disclosure Day is coming out this summer. Mm-hmm. I'm interested in that because I do think that that's soft disclosure.
Yeah,
I think that's I think they're prepping us for something. Everybody, all I hear is 2027, 2027. Mm-hmm. Something's going to happen. Like, I'm hearing that all over the place. So we'll see if it's, what is it, Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, Project
Bluebeam. Where they're faking it. It's fake.
That's the Bluebeam.
Yeah. Or not, or if it's real and it is true disclosure. Because, I mean, consider it. And we've talked about this before. They've all but come out and said aliens are real in the government. Like, we've had congressional hearings about it. They're releasing all these files. Now, I will say that some of the files they're releasing, they're not giving the full context of it. And there were perfectly rational explanations for some of it. They're just releasing bits and pieces to make it look curious. But I think they're releasing authentic incidents as well. And I think what they're doing is they're releasing the authentic things and they're seeding it in there with other things that have good explanations, and people that are digging are going to be like, aha, see that incident right there. If you read the full transcript, they explain what it is and blah, blah, blah. I think they're seeding it with misdirection to like softly condition us for this type of news, but not outright come and say, yeah, they're there. But I mean, if you look at all that they have disclosed to this point, and our reaction to it today, which is like, no shit, Sherlock.
Right, yeah.
As opposed to like, if this came out in 1980, it would have been all over the headlines. Aliens are real. I mean,
it would have been in the Inquirer.
Freak out, yeah. It wouldn't have been in the. I mean, if that was like on the front page of the New York Times, it would have been on the front page.
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you meant delivery of the soft disclosure. But
but I mean, if they release the files now and they're having these congressional hearings and everything that's being said in the hearings was being said in 1980, it'd be all over the place. People would be freaking out. Oh my God, aliens are real. But I mean, consider over the last 40, 50 years, they've conditioned us to like low key accept it. There's movies coming out. There's this and that. People are whistleblowing. Now, whether the whistleblowers are legit or they're there to seed some of them have to be legit, and the government releases misinformation to redirect you. But all of it comes down to conditioning of the masses, and that is very evident if you look at what would very likely have happened in 1980 versus our today.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I agree. And I guess when it comes to stuff like that, it's about how quick knowledge can spread. Because if you did say, I mean, there were all these awesome still on tape, actual physical tape, UFO recordings and stuff like that, but would me and you sitting watching Schoolhouse Rock after, be able to see that? No, we wouldn't. You know what I mean? So whenever information is literally at your fingertips, and you have much more of a broad horizon. There's no horizon.
As long as it's not event horizon.
Yeah.
Any form of event horizon, I do not want to participate in.
Right.
Like the physics one at the rim of the black hole or the horror movie. Yeah, I know. 12-year-old Joe thinks that's hilarious.
Yeah, you can't say that.
It's a fiery rim. It's a fiery rim.
It's burning ring of fire. Yeah. No, that I remember when I was a kid, and when they discussed the event horizon about being stretched out and over all your particles and everything, and that was like, it was intellectually violent.
It is. Space itself, if you really study it, is friggin' terrifying. It is terrifying. I remember reading about astronomy in elementary school and being scared. And that's just elementary school information. I'm like, that place is bullshit. I don't want to go up there. And I consider that like, if I were on the planet and let's say that they're like, okay, well, we've got to go up in these ships or the earth is going to blow up. I don't know. I would have a really hard time getting on the ship just because I understand, not as well as an astrophysicist, but I feel like I have a firm grasp on some of it. The things that can happen up there that we are not conditioned for.
Yeah. Well, everything. What I mean, just like we know probably 0.00009% of just what we have here, let alone the vastness of
space, right? No, I think we know more about space than we do about our own oceans.
Because there's nothing out there.
You don't think there's I think there's a lot out there.
Well, I mean, compared to the vastness of emptiness, we like our solar system is 99%. The matter in the solar system is the sun, right? It's like 99.1%, and the rest of the planetary bodies make up for the rest.
But there's a shitload of dark matter everywhere. You just can't see it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I mean, there's more matter than is visible, and I don't think it's all in the sun. If you take the dark matter into consideration, then it can't all be there, or even in our solar system. You know what else trips me out? If you have the chance, look up, because our galaxy is colliding with the Milky Way. I mean, with the Andromeda galaxy. So the Milky Way galaxy, which we are in, is colliding with the Andromeda galaxy currently. Like we are actively colliding with it. And if you look up, if we were able to see the Andromeda galaxy in the night sky I don't know the physics around it, why we can't see the light coming off of it, but there are images that have been released showing the Andromeda galaxy, and it's huge in our sky. I mean, it doesn't take up the whole sky, but I mean, it's visible and it's clearly a galaxy.
Right. Well, yeah. I heard Beetlejuice was supposed to be showing pretty soon.
Yeah, that's supposed to go supernova. But if you look at Beetlejuice, it gets real bright and dim and bright and dim. It's been doing that for a long time. I mean, I noticed that without looking it up to see if it was going to go supernova. But yeah. That'll be cool. I mean, if it goes supernova in our lifetime, that'll be something to behold. That'd be
for like a year we'll see like a red.
You'll see it in the daytime.
Yeah, we'll see it in the daytime. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it'll outshine the sun, but you'll be able to see it. You'll see a star in the sky in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird one. When I came out of the hospitals and such, I no longer had megalophobia. Like it doesn't bother me anymore. Yeah, it's like cool. Someone flipped a switch. That's just thinking about oceans and space, it doesn't really bother me. I don't know why.
Well, that's weird. Good.
Yeah.
Cured of a phobia?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, because I'd watch videos on stuff normally I wouldn't watch it. I'm like, no, not watching that. And then sure enough, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. Wait till you're as bloated as one of those freaking manatees under there. Then that's something to be scared.
Hi, Andres.
So, seen any good horror flicks lately? Other than, we talked, yeah, you saw the back room.
Yeah, I went with Lucas to see Backrooms today. And I don't know, like liminal spaces freak me out. I've been in no, obviously not like the Backrooms, but I've been in what I think most people would consider a liminal space. And I have, kind of not a phobia. It's weird because when I'm confronted with like abandoned malls or abandoned underground places, and I've been in them, right? I get like this weird like gut feeling. I don't feel nauseous, but I feel like a real apprehension in my gut, like right in your sternum, like this is wrong. And I've experienced that before. And going into the movie, I was thinking, I don't know, like if I'm going to be able to see this movie, if it's going to give me that same feeling, that same visceral reaction. And it did not. It was interesting. It's not what I thought it would be. It's more psychological than anything. So, I mean, I'm not going to give it away for anyone who wants to see it and have it because it just came out. I mean, if you like a psychological horror, go see the Backrooms.
Sweet. She said, hard to believe hugging manatees is illegal. It's illegal.
They come up and hug you, though. I've seen.
That better not be true. I've always wanted to hug a manatee.
I've seen photos where like people are swimming or diving, the manatees like wrapped around their leg. They're like little sea puppies.
Yeah, wrapped around your little leg.
Well, I just don't. Well, those are dolphins that do that. So they're the rapey sea creature.
This is fact.
I just don't know how sailors could have mistaken manatees for mermaids because, damn, the women must have been ugly back then, and you must have been lonely, like to think that was a woman in the water. I think manatees are a poor excuse for mermaid sightings.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one. I mean, unless it was like the carcass of one, but then because then you'd have time to actually look at it and figure out that it's not human. Maybe.
Well, I mean, what kind of misshapen slug were women? I mean, the women didn't look like that even back then. I mean, I get.
I woke up wanting to call my arm,
but that's dang. I mean, come on. Saying that it's easy to mistake a manatee for any woman at any period of time is like an affront to
all women.
To all women at all times.
I don't know. I've wanted to chew my arm off a few times.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that all of them are 10s, but even a 0 you could tell from a manatee.
I can get 10 ones easier and then get 1 10. It's like a buffet.
There you go.
And emphasizing the word buff. Yeah. So, believe it or not, I haven't gotten too many horror flicks lately, but I have been catching up on new ones. I think we went over the Evil Dead Rise thing. Or Burn. Yeah. I'm excited to see that.
Because they did show the clips, right, at the movies today. I was telling Joe backstage that they showed the trailer for Evil Dead Burn, and they showed the trailer for the new Resident Evil, and they showed the trailer for the new He-Man.
The new He-Man's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I want to see it. I do want to see it.
I want to see it.
Like the last one was horrible, and whatever the heck Skeletor was supposed to be in the original, like, come on.
Yeah, the Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks like a burn victim. That doesn't look like Skeletor.
Yeah, no.
Melted candle wax.
No, it just looked, it had me half sold. And then whenever the second trailer came out where they're dueling and it looked like, it reminded me of Star Wars. And just the effects on it and everything, I was like, oh, yeah, that's going to go hard.
So I want to see that. I'm kind of on the fence with the Resident Evil.
I could do with that.
I don't want to see the Evil Dead. I was telling Joe, like, that's like borderline torture porn movies. Like, I don't, but I mean, he made a good point. Like, that's what the Evil Dead movies are about, is the graphic gore.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in my old age. I just don't need to see close-ups of some chick's severed fingers with a headrest going through her face that she slowly pulls out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like when the last one, Rise, came out, when they did the cheese grater across the leg, like, it did its job.
I didn't
Everybody
see
in the
Rise.
theater.
I haven't seen any of the since the one in 2013. I haven't seen any of the remakes.
Reboot, remake, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did that. You could obviously tell that, because everyone in the theater went, oh, and it's like one of those. But it's not so much as it's just gore as that's gotta hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because I mean, a cheese grater to somebody, that's a flesh wound.
Well, I've
But
cheese
just
grated
the
my
thought-
hand before. It hurts.
Yeah.
So
But just the thought of it makes you
flesh
just
off
wink.
of my hand with the cheese grater, getting a little zealous. with the grating. I've taken skin off my knuckles. I've taken skin off my fingertips. So I just couldn't imagine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
oh.
It's like me now that I'm older, I can't watch people wipe out on skateboards. Like
It
when I was
hurts,
a young
right?
kid, I did it all the time.
That electric buzz feeling, like
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like an electric shock going through your body.
Yep.
Yeah, me watching anybody wipe out like that, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I used to, and laugh, and yeah. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, dude. I'm like, that's 3 screws. That's about 6 weeks inside the hospital.
Like I've fallen, not to the extent that the kids that are doing tricks do, but I've fallen off of skateboards.
Oh,
That shit hurts. It hurt when I was a teenager. It would hospitalize me as a 50-something-year-old woman.
Oh yeah, with my balance now, the way it is, there's no way I can do any of that anymore. But yeah, even when I tried to get back into it, I couldn't. There's no way.
You know what's some bullshit I noticed when I was on vacation? I was on a very narrow wall over the ocean, and I was standing there trying to get a picture. I got vertigo. I used to be able to, now I've never liked really tall heights. I was on like a 10-foot wall getting vertigo. Right. And I was like, I'm going to fall off this bitch. What the hell? Like,
yeah.
I never had that before. What black sorcery is this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I remember the one and only time I ever got sick off a sight of blood. I've seen plenty of blood in my life, before and after and since. But I remember one time, me and my buddy were messing around in the kitchen, and he had a knife, and I was like shadow boxing him, and he swung that thing right when I caught it, and it dug into my knuckle with a serrated blade.
Ow.
And I just went, no big deal, huh? And then I looked down and just, I don't know, something. And all of a sudden I'm like, he's like, dude, you're turning pale. And I was like, oh, I got to sit down. And I was like, what the hell was that about? Like, never happened since.
I took a steak knife to the thigh. I did that to myself. Serrated steak knife through a plate into my inner thigh.
Nice.
Not far, but far enough to leave a scar. Yeah, Monica was stupid. She was young. I was young.
I had to wipe my nose. Jen's got it so cold in here and freaking freezing. I got stuff
just
leaking.
Send you a heating blanket.
I got gaskets leaking over here. What up, Two Shadows? What up, everybody in the chat? Thank y'all for coming in. I decided to shit or get off the pot. So we're shitting.
We're online shit.
We're online shit.
What was I cooking that made me put the steak knife through the plate into my thigh? Andres, yeah, I was making chocolate chip cookies and the chocolate had melted into a glob of chocolate.
Bark.
Yep. And I was on the couch in my living room, my very first apartment. I was like 20 years old and I was watching TV and I was like at first I was gently like shaving the chocolate down because I was going to make chocolate chip cookies. And then I got irritated because it got like this big and I couldn't like really get much of. And out of frustration, I stabbed it and the chocolate went shooting off in one direction and the knife went through the plate and into my thigh.
Nice. Full on. That's a good one.
Smart. And I was, of course, I wasn't using like a ceramic plate or something that would have just stopped them. No, I was using some BS plastic plate that it broke the plate. It went through the plate too, actually, because I remember the plate shattered. And yeah, I must have really whacked it and not realize. I was like,
yeah, I did. I serrated my middle finger down the middle to the bone with chocolate bark. I was making my mom chocolate covered strawberries and got the big block of bark.
Yep.
And I was sitting there and whoop, slipped it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
It done did it. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of here's a good one. So I was talking to my buddy about I don't know if y'all remember the shape-shifting squirrel that turned into a bird and flew away that I saw. Anyway.
I vaguely remember the shape-shifting squirrel.
So I was telling my buddy about that came down, and because, like I said, he's very skeptical about pretty much everything. And I told him that story, and he's like, now that you mention it, and he had like his own about this. I forgot what it was. It was a dog that turned into a bird or something out in Arizona.
Right.
So he's like, okay, so I can see that checks out. But you bring up Bigfoot or Dogman or nothing, and you're crazy.
Right.
And it's like, so yeah, I wanted to address this earlier when we were talking about it, and it's not way off subject, but yeah, it's like where like with this space thing and all this stuff and the Project Blue Beams, and it's we get so saturated, it's like, I don't know. To me, it's hard to pick and choose what could be real and what can't. You know what I mean? Like I no longer have that boundary. Like, nah, that don't exist, but this does. Or
yeah, I mean the discernment is difficult, right? To be able to tell the difference. And that's when I think that even the outlandish stuff, like I have to put a kernel of possibility into, just because, like, hell, I don't know. And I hate to be that person when I was for the longest time, when you think about Bigfoot, okay, and this is rampant in the Bigfoot community. It has been from the get-go. Bigfoot's real, right? Bigfoot's real. Everybody believes Bigfoot's real. Bigfoot's this giant freaking ape. This giant 8 to 10 foot tall ape is roaming the woods of North America, sneaking in on people and occasionally stealing children and goats. But if you see a dog man or if you see a ghost, like dog man aside, you see a ghost, you're nuts. That shit doesn't exist. But my ape does. My 10-foot ape that lurks in the shadows, plays boo behind trees, that exists. But your ghost is bullshit. That used to drive me up the wall.
Yeah.
And it still happens.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's like some people can, because like from what I gathered from him is he kind of doesn't want it to be real because it goes so far into like such dark territories that he's like, he just wants to wish it away. Like,
Well, if you don't want to
like,
acknowledge
la,
it,
la,
that's
la, la.
fine. But I mean, personally, if you don't want to think about it, you don't want to. But don't crap on other people's opinions of things
Right.
just because you want to stick your head in the sand.
Or do just make sure it's in good taste.
Right.
You can make fun of them. Just make sure they laugh too.
Yeah. I mean, don't laugh at them. But I mean, you can point out funny things that everybody can agree on, right?
Right. Right.
Just
Yeah.
don't be a dick. That's my big thing.
Yeah. And you know, and as a person, you got to realize that you have 6 toes on one foot, and people are going to point that in and laugh. You know, just comes with the territory.
Nobody wants to see anybody's feet anyway. I am not a feet person. Keep your feet contained, my people. Keep your feet contained. I'm
We're
not.
at the,
I'm not on the feet. There is an apps. If you are a foot person, you probably already know, but there is feetfinder.com that will an array of hooves, an array of chicken claws. They're everything. The categories and subcategories are insane. You know, if that's your kink, okay, just I don't want to see it.
right.
I went
Yeah,
down that rabbit hole, which is how I know. I wish I hadn't.
Yeah. My one weird one is freaking teeth. What's that called? The denta, where the people have more teeth than they should.
Oh,
It fills up the whole top cleft of their, and it's just nothing but teeth.
I've seen that.
Dude,
You look like an extra from the freaking horror movie.
Dude, that's
You look like something out of like, God, I don't even know what. I can't think of it. Like Cabin in the Woods.
yeah.
You need your own cube.
Put my change on the counter. I'll scrape it off myself. There's no reason for human contact here.
Yeah, we're good. Just put it down, or drop it into my hand, like
right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna start doing this frequently once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not. We'll zone in on certain times and stuff like that. I was thinking maybe even like a 9:30 to 10:30. That way, people who gotta crash out early, you know.
That's cool. I'll do whatever.
But yeah,
I'm flexible and double jointed.
Yeah, and any times you want to do them, just let me know. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
let me know a day ahead.
I don't think I'm just gonna, when I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. And I don't mind going live. I've got these things, like I've got this music queued up. I've got a script written where I was gonna do narration, like a storytelling on a subject where it's just like photos and video. It's not me live. But I'll do lives too now that you're back. Feeling better.
Yeah, I figure it gives me something to look forward to. And, it didn't break the bank. So I'm all right. And it gives me time to drink my non-alcoholic beers and do shots of my non-alcoholic tequila.
You have not.
Yeah. No alcohol tequila.
Mm. Yeah. Then my brother heard that, Chris can't drink alcohol anymore because he's got non-alcoholic liver disease. And he was like, oh man, like I can't even have a sip. And the doctor's like, I don't recommend it.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And my brother heard that at Thanksgiving and brought over non-alcoholic, like a ton of non-alcoholic beer and all that. And I was like, we don't drink like that, even when he could drink alcohol. Why do I have like 6 packs of non-alcoholic beer in my fridge from Thanksgiving? Because my brother's sweet. Right. So I've tried it. I feel for anybody that has to drink non-alcoholic anything.
Yeah. It's just, there's certain things that I can't not see myself doing without drinking a beer. like barbecuing. I can't working on a car. I can't see myself. It's just not. It doesn't make sense, you know.
Right.
And this is one of them. Yeah, Mickey, I'm down to do a horror movie. I was gonna try to come up with one, but we literally threw this together within what the last 3 days
Yeah.
that we're gonna do this. So we really didn't have a topic. Just kind of wanted to touch in, give you all a little poke, say that we're back, and
Little poke.
yeah, little pokey poke. Oh, so scary movie. Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Scary Movie. My favorite of the franchise is Scary Movie 2.
Two.
Take my good hand.
Dude, when I saw that he was gonna be the long legs, I lost my shit. Like, I was like, God, that's gonna be so great, him being long legs. I don't know if you watch Long Legs. Do you see that one?
I haven't seen Long Legs.
It's Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I know what it is. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta see that one. And I gotta do that stupid Spider Noir because it's comic book. Spider Noir. It's with Nicolas Cage. It's like there's a noir film.
Yeah.
It's like a certain style of film, right?
But Spider.
Well, they have there's a whole Spider-Man and Superman.
Oh,
noir.
I was thinking Arachnid Noir. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
I was like, no.
Ooh, speaking of
I can guarantee
speaking of arachnid. Speaking of arachnids, though, did you catch the burrows yet? Anybody in the chat?
Yes, I saw the first episode of The Burrows. I haven't watched any other episodes yet, though. But I have been watching Widow's Bay. Have you seen that on Apple TV?
What is this?
It's this fictional town in New England that's on this island called Widow's Bay, and it's like horror comedy. Like, it's got really funny moments in it. It's 30 minutes. It's on every Wednesday, I think. You got to check it out. You've got to check out Widow's Bay. It's like deep into folklore too. So it's interesting. You got to check Widow's Bay if you can.
Okay. I will be certain. I'd stay up all night pretty much. I go to bed at like 8 in the morning. So
but yeah, I mean the first episode of The Burrows that I saw, I did like. I just haven't had time to go check the other ones out.
It's weird. I was telling my son-in-law episode 2. Okay, so we understand that not everything is filmed as it's filmed, like in timeline sequence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with series, you would think that episode 1 would be filmed, then episode 2 that would have its progression somewhat like that.
Right.
But when I was watching The Burrows, the second half of the second episode is like, it's like they forgot who they're acting. Well, how would you call it? Who their character is.
Oh.
Like what embodies their character.
Right.
Like imagine doing a play and you haven't figured out, oh, this guy's gonna have a New York accent or blah blah blah. Or
right.
He's gonna be ornery, and and you just haven't worked that out into how you express yourself. But it's like after it already started, it's like they forgot who they were almost.
That's interesting. The fuck?
Anyway. So it's like, it makes you go, I don't know, like, did the crappy acting start later? But then after that, it's over with. And
these are all famous actors from like when we were younger, right? And they're playing people that are, I mean, for me anyway, like 10 to 15 years older than my current age. So it's interesting. But I will say, like, the first episode was really giving me Cocoon vibes. You remember that old movie from the 80s?
Yep,
Cocoon?
I was just going to say the same.
Yeah, it was giving me hardcore Cocoon vibes. So I'm curious how the series as a whole is going to pan out. I have not watched Welcome to Derry, but I've heard about it.
I watched the whole thing as fast as I could, and then I watched it again. It was great. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Why does this thing say uh-oh? Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Still getting used to the new software. It's half as much money.
To work out the kinks.
That's right. It takes me a while to get kinky. So,
to get clicky.
Yeah, there you go. Get clicky with the kinky. But yeah, the Welcome to Derry was good. There is a timeline parallel that I have a issue with.
Okay.
But because it's running along a same parallel timeline as the It, so like the kids from It from the first generation and the kids from Derry are in the same timeline. So why isn't, I forgot exactly how it goes.
I thought that Welcome to Derry took place around the time the parents of the kids in the 80s version of It. So it's It for their parents when their parents were kids. Yeah.
The generation one, the dad that owns the store and is from when they were kids.
Yeah, that's
but then you get certain ones that are the thing like what's his name, Hollerin or whatever, the guy from the Shining. Like,
well, if you start doing this, right? And he comes into town because his cousin owns like a juke joint or something on the outside of town, right? Or a bar or restaurant or something.
He gets stationed there because of the weirdness. But I think if I remember correctly, because he's into the psyops.
See, I would have really liked like a spinoff on Mr. Holleran, his life, because he shined since he was a kid, and his grandma got him to exercise his gift, so it was strong. Right. And he says he's seen some stuff, and I want to know what he's seen.
Right. Yeah, that would be a good one. But I don't think there's anything in any of the books that cover any of that.
I mean, he alludes to it, but he doesn't outright say anything like specific. But I think, he's got stories, and I'm sure Welcome to Derry, like his little bit in that, probably touched on it. I knew he was in it in some capacity. I don't think he was like a main character. He was like a side note.
He's a semi-main. As it progresses, he's more and more involved. I didn't even realize it was the same dude till like way past where I should have. Like, I was like, I wanted to smack myself. I was like, like the whole time I've been watching, I could have been having that in the back of my head, but it didn't. But yeah, but I can't. I think they're doing season 2 on that one.
Okay. Yeah. See, I have such a hard time with it in general. Like when I was a kid and it came out, it scared me. But I mean, my outlook on things was a lot different, right? Like kids getting killed when I was a kid, I'm like, they're little shits anyway. I didn't care about them. Because I viewed it like me, like it's a risk I take, right? But as a parent, right, and already having lost a kid, I'm like, I have a really hard time watching anything where kids.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Sleep, Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, Dr. Sleep.
I had to get up and walk out of the room when that kid was in the cornfield. Like I knew what was coming. I have the book. I have the first edition of the book, but it's like I can't watch that stuff anymore. It messes with me too much.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, there's certain ones that I just crimes against humanity, can't do it. But you give me a serial killer and a violent nature, and we're running.
Well, yeah, I'm like, like in a violent. You often adults go for it. It doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I might cheer you on depending on the
Right,
adult.
depending on the adult.
Yeah, it's so funny because I forget what we were talking about. And we were talking about, my son and I were talking about Dexter, and I forgot how it came up because he was watching some YouTube thing where it was like Dexter against like mystery duos in cartoon history. So it was like Dexter versus Scooby-Doo and
Okay.
Dexter versus like all these like youth detective, cartoon detectives, right? And I said, "Have you seen Dexter?" And he said, "Yeah, I've seen, some of it." And I was like, "Oh," and I said, "Yeah." I was like, it really says something about your mom because I had a terrible crush on Dexter. I had a crush on Dexter. And he was like, "Would you like dad if he was a serial killer?" And I said, "I might like your dad more if he was a serial killer."
That's one I never got down with was Dexter.
Or you just didn't like it or you haven't seen it?
I watched a little bit of it, but I was still in my I refuse to watch shows era, so I'm gonna have to take that back over and rewatch it and get back in or officially watch it.
I like the vigilante aspect of it. Right. And it's I don't think I could perform. I don't think I could do what he does like that. Cause I mean, even thinking about it, I just spiritually thinking, I think when you take somebody's life, it leaves like a black, oily, like, in my mind, I picture like this stain on my soul that I can't get out.
Right,
Like,
scrub clean.
oily blackness that's going to be there forever. I don't think I could do that. But
Like Lucifer on Constantine.
yeah, but it like in you,
Right.
It's hard to describe, but just thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah. But
this
I'm
is
down with somebody
Dexter's
else
one.
doing it.
Right. We'll live vicariously through yours.
Yeah, you go, Dex.
This is the one where the dude's like the investigator, but he's also a serial killer, right?
He's a blood spatter analyst for the Miami-Dade PD.
Okay.
Yeah. He works within the police department. He carries a badge and I think a gun. So technically he's an officer, but he works on like the forensic side.
Right on. But he's
a serial killer for sure. Yeah. And then people in the force, like in the first season, it was Dokes. Like Dokes is like, "You creep me out. You're a creepy dude." And I'm like, "You're freaking creepy, Dokes. You look like you roofie women for fun on the weekends."
I roofie myself for fun. Yeah, no, I'll check that out again because I remember that and what Lucifer or something was big around the same time, right? That was like a WB thing.
Lucifer. I never got into that.
I haven't either
because it's stylized and romantic and like, oh, he's such a good looking. I mean, Dexter looks like Dexter isn't ugly, but he's not like supermodel good looking. And
Right.
he tries to blend into the background. Like he's not swaggering in like, "Oh, look at me." He's like doing his damnedest to blend into the background and be as mundane as possible because he has no feelings and it's hard for him to relate to people.
So he suffers from true psychopathy.
That's cool. He 100%, he's like, "Am I doing this right?" And because you hear his inner monologue in the show and he's like, they say to do this and it's interesting that his father, who was a police officer, his adopted father was a police, noticed his tendencies at a young age and realized what that meant and groomed him to become a serial killer that only preyed on assholes that deserve it. And you hear people go, "Well, you're judge, jury, and executioner." Yeah. If I witness you kidnap a woman on the side of the road, like, because he'll stake out, like he'll watch him for a long time. He doesn't just one night decide, that guy. Like he does his homework. And like guys that constantly get off, like out of jail, like they're arrested and charged, but they're not convicted because their attorney finds a loophole and they like worm their way out. But, you know, they're killing people and they're hurting people, like psychologically or physically. Those are the people he goes after. And his father groomed him to do that.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. You got me. I'll check it out.
Check it out. Check it out.
One that I rewatched recently that I forgot all about, Frailty. Did
Man, I haven't seen that in a hot minute.
I
Wow.
was like, dude, watch it again. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Man, that dad was nuts.
I'm telling you, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, one real life thing. I'll have to have him come on. Our good buddy that used to come join on the show, Woody.
I follow Woody on TikTok, and I found him in the wild.
Yeah.
His video just came across my feed, and I was like, I know him.
Yeah, apparently he went to Area 51 and had some interesting moment there. I'll have to get him to come on and tell us about it. But it wasn't like, oh, an alien. It was more like it was more like our people going, yeah, we see you here, you know, we see you outside the gate, you know, letting them know.
As long as you don't cross the boundaries, they'll stand there and watch you. But
yeah. Well, they did more than that. It was pretty cool. I'll tell you offline, but yeah.
Get him on. I want to hear. I like Woody. He's cool.
I will. I'll have to set him up because he's got. I talked to him just the other day whenever we were putting all this stuff together, and he's got a couple projects he has to do, and then he'll probably be ready to come on. So.
Man, he's been hoofing it across the U.S., at least according to his TikTok account.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah,
he took out he's like, because I was telling him about the money situation on getting the software, and he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I pulled freaking a ton of almost all my retirement stuff just so I can go back and forth to it. I'm like, living the dream.
LTD, man. Like, you only live once, and life is unbearably short.
Yeah, ain't no lie. Trust me.
I know. That's why I quit my job.
Yeah. Did you now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good.
I quit about a year ago, but I promised to stay on to finish the projects I had assigned rather than turn those shit shows over to other directors, other project managers. So I stayed. I think my last day technically was in like October or something like that. But it whittled down to one project that was just dragging ass. And I was like hardly working, and I was working from home. I wouldn't go into the office every day. I go in like maybe once or twice a week, and then everything else I did from home because you can do my job from home.
Right.
Even though they don't want you to do it from home, you can do it from home.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get on with my job thing is because it's logistics, so anybody can do logistics from their crib.
Yeah,
you know, but same thing. It's like, dude, I can do this, and they're like, no,
dude,
you got to come.
My job is arguing with subcontractors and talking to owners. Like, do I need to be in a physical office? No. I mean, I have to go to my job sites, which I have no problem driving in and doing. Like, I 100% will go down and do that a few times a week. I did that during COVID, but everything else, totally done from home. Everything's on the computer. There is jack crap that I have to be in person for.
Yep, and it's just gonna get exponentially more like that because just the way that everything's going, there's got to be a breaking point. You got all this autonomous shit going on and the AI shit, and
they're firing people over in Silicon Valley. AI's taking their jobs, which it started.
Yep, it has begun.
Yeah. And
on that note, I guess we'll get it ending.
Okay.
Because we took up our hour. But yeah, so let me know if you want to do your show. You just let me know anytime. I
Sure.
just need like a day heads up because one of my medications I take it's goodbye breezy for about 48 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And yeah, and I'll be, I don't know what's like, I'll get, did I dream that? Or did that really happen? Or I
Yeah,
hear
I
something?
liked my Thursday night slot. And I
Yeah,
gave up my Thursday night slot when you went on hiatus because Tex couldn't do Thursday nights or something like that.
right.
I
I
moved to
remember.
Sunday, and I don't like Sunday. I don't like a Sunday slot. I don't
Uh,
like doing Saturday nights, but I love Rob, and that's when Rob's show is. So I'm not going to tell Rob, you're on your own. I mean, I'm not going to do that
right.
to him. So maybe Thursday nights again.
Okay.
We'll do Thursday nights again for my
And
show.
yeah, so keep a lookout for Monica's channel. Maybe next Thursday we'll hit it up for sure. I'm down as long as my health is good. I'm good.
Yeah. And we don't have to do it every week. We can do it sporadically, like I said. Like if
Right.
you're not feeling it, screw it. We can reschedule.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's not that hard to sit in a chair and talk. It really isn't. It's uh, it's more like a nausea kind of a thing. So it's like,
I gotcha.
yeah, and I'll just be sitting there miserable.
Well, I remember after I had my surgery, not that you had surgery. This is probably the closest I can relate to it. I got tired for absolutely no freaking reason. For
Oh,
like
shit.
months, like 3 months afterwards, I would be just going about my day, and damn it, I'm tired. And I'm not a nap person. I'm not the kind of person that just takes a nap in the middle of the day. That's not me.
Yeah.
I mean, I was physically healed, but I mean, or seemingly like on the externally physically healed, but
Right.
man, my body was like shutting down halfway through the day.
Oh yeah. You ain't gotta tell me. Yeah, mine does that too. Like I tell everyone my alternator's doing great, but my battery's dying. So I'm like, I got about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna have to like start recharging.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll let you go rest. You go recharge your battery from tonight.
Yep, I will. And anything else you want to tell the chat? Or
No, I'm happy to be back with Breezy. Everybody says it's great having the team back together.
yeah,
People
try
miss
to keep
hearing
it
us talk and rant. So
yeah.
we'll be doing it more often now that Joe's feeling better.
Absolutely. And we're going to try to do some tomorrow at 7. We're going to do still keep with the horror. I want to get some movies knocked out. So
Let's do that. Let's talk with Woody too, because since I'm not working, I got time to travel.
Yeah.
So maybe we could meet somewhere and go live from there.
Definitely. Well, I do have an upcoming vacation here in right where San Marcos River and all that. So I'll fill you in. Maybe you might want to come check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'll drive down for a day. I don't know that I can spend too much time down there.
Right.
Like during the week. But I mean, like I'll come down for a day for investigations or whatever.
Right on. Well, all right. Well, on that one, we're going to figure out how this thing ends just like we figured out how it began. So if we just stand here looking like fools, just don't mind it, man.
Don't mind
it. Everybody out there, y'all be good, man. Be safe. Keep on believing because eventually you'll find something that makes you believe. I guess, maybe. I don't know.
The truth is out there. In the court files.
Yeah.
I want to believe the truth is out there. You know, all that.
Damn, skipping on with it. I forgot how my whole goodbye goes. It's been so damn long.
You'll figure it out. Get a new one. 2.0.
I will.
Breezy 2.0 has a new one.
That's right. Big head and a little body. All right.